Hi everybody, I'm back. I'm back to do a reading. So I've been asked to do quite a few readings actually, and I'm going to do them, I promise. This is just a really quick reading because I had a couple of things brought to my attention. So number one, if you remember, I get that we would probably have an EBS in April. So that was exciting. But then I think what I might have picked up on, my boyfriend just informed me that we're scheduled to have a test run EBS. What did he say? The 23rd. He said either the 22nd or the 23rd. So I think that might be something that we picked up on in the cards. So not the actual big deal EBS, but it's like a test, which makes sense because they tried testing the EBS quite a while ago now. Was it last year? I think it was. And nobody would comply. Nobody would comply with the EBS. So we're going to have a test run, apparently, this month. And that will, I'm sure, show everybody who is complying with the EBS and who isn't, so that they can get things taken care of before June. And so what I've heard, I watched, well, my cousin let me know that, Derek Johnson had said that he has an invitation to go to Guantanamo Bay, you guys, in June and July to cover the trials, the tribunals. So that's pretty exciting, right? And then, so he said that on an interview with Nicholas Benyamin, and Michael Jacko was talking about it, and it's just pretty exciting, right? Because we keep getting that we're close. We keep getting that we're close to wrapping this all up. So I want to just take a peek. How do I want to word this? I want it to... You know how the cards are. They're literal, very. So I want to make sure that I get a good question so that we get the right answers. I'm thinking, I'm pondering right now. How do I say what I want to say? All right. Well, I guess give us a story around, I'm asking the universe to give us all a story around the tribunals that are scheduled for June and July according to the news that we are hearing. So will we be seeing, that's not that far away, you guys. Today is the 20th. Today is the 20th of April. So I'm asking the universe right now, I want the truth and a good story so that we have a good understanding around the tribunals that we're hearing, that we will be seeing in the month that we call June, and in the month that we call July, in the year that we call 2023, right? So let's get a good story around that, you guys. I know that you've asked a lot of people have asked questions, and I promise I will read on it, I promise. But this is just really exciting to me, you guys. Oh my gosh, this is just really exciting because it means we're near the end game, you know? All right, so good story. Around the tribunals that we will be seeing. Okay, so there's that powerful woman overseeing them. So we keep getting that. And you guys have told me, I guess in the Gitmo reading and then in the last reading, one of you, maybe the same person, told me both times. But you guys inform me you believe that's Sidney Powell. So there's that powerful woman taking out the devil, you guys. This is driving the whole reading, right? So here's that powerful woman overseeing and literally taking out the devil. And this is the story around Gitmo, you guys. As far as June and July, I would say it's already been done. A lot of it's already been done, right? And so we're going to be seeing it in June and July, but a lot of it's already been done. They've already broken this new ground. So these trials have been going on. They've been going on. They've already been going on. So because the cards are literal, they're just saying, a good portion of this is behind us. And so in June and July, we're walking into more and breaking new ground. So, interesting. But a lot of this is already behind us because this very powerful woman has already been taking care of these crumbs, okay? And so across from that, I would say the people that have been involved in the human trafficking, child trafficking, child torture, producing that drug that they take, their substance, all of this horrendous stuff, a lot of them have already been processed. That's what is behind them, this. So a lot of them have already been done. It's already been done. And so we'll be walking into June and July. Yes, they will be processing people. They'll be working on processing and breaking all new ground. So more people, right? But these guys have already been done. Yeah, they've been done. They've already experienced that. So a lot of the people on the playing field, you guys, aren't the originals. They've already been taken care of by this powerful woman. And yeah, so we're probably they're probably working their way into their minions now, maybe. So that's I mean, we've kind of all known that anyway, right? That's what we've all believed in our heart. So yeah, they've been taken care of. So, and then they'll be taking care of more, breaking new ground in June and July. So minions, I would imagine. Is that right? So like the most powerful people, the people that were like at the top, probably already taken care of. I'll tell you, quite a few years ago, I started dreaming about the presidents. And I was dreaming about the Obamas, the Bushes, and the Clintons. And this is quite a long time ago. And every time I would dream about them, I was pissed. I was putting them to bed, like naughty children, like putting them to bed. And I knew it meant something. And I had other people trying to tell me what my dream meant. They was just so far off the map. But I knew what my dream meant. And every single time I had these dreams about these people, Hillary was never there. And anytime I've done dowsing, you guys, over the last, it's been a while. Anytime I've dowsed about the Clintons, I get that she's not. She's been gone a long time. She's been gone a long time. And I'm thinking if she's been gone a long time, probably a lot of other people up in that scale have been too. You know what I'm saying? So that was way back. I mean, I was dreaming about that back before the pandemic. She's been gone since before the pandemic. So, yeah, that's what I was getting in my dreams anyways. She was nowhere around. So I want to ask, so this new ground that we're breaking, because a lot of it's already done and behind us, is this like, are we going to be, in June and July, are they going to be taking care of like people of a lower scale, like, how would I say that? Because the universe wouldn't see it that way. People that were underneath these higher ranking people that were kind of taking orders or getting orders from them. Is that where the real processing will be? Because I think we've been informed that they've set it all up to film. So they've probably been filming all of this stuff right along, right? So yeah, Temperance, higher arcana card and a good card to tell me that yes, it will be the lower. In June and July, they'll probably have worked their way down to doing the people beneath those top ranking evil shitheads, right? Scumbags. So yes, by then. But here's my question. So everything's been an illusion and nobody really knows anything because everything's been an illusion. In June and July, are they going to act as if, are they going to show us footage of, are they going to show us footage of the people at the top in June and July? Will they show us footage of that? That could play out in a couple of different ways, right? So in June and July, will they show us footage of people at the top ranking, Luciferian cabal, crimes against humanity people? Will they show us footage of confessions and tribunals and stuff? Will we be seeing footage of that in June and July? Yeah, we'll be focused on that. He's hyper-focusing on that journey. So they're going to show us footage. We're going to see stuff. But by June and July, they'll be processing other people because they've been processing people for a long time. It's what I get in the cards anyways. So, all right. So the other night, my boyfriend and I looked into a bunch of stuff. We pulled a bunch of cards. And I shared one of the things that we pulled that night with all of you about the money systems. Was it the money systems that I shared with you? I can't remember. I shared something though. I remember that because we asked a bunch of questions. And so that night I asked, because you guys know I don't want to be logged down. So I've been projecting that we get there somehow faster, easier, smoother. In a way where, we don't have to be locked down. But I always project that it's faster and smoother and easier for all of us, right? So I did get that there have been a few holdups on the lockdowns. So, which, would make me feel happy. Because I don't want to be locked down, you guys. I don't like being told what to do. Who the hell has the right to tell me I can't leave my house? And then some people say that you won't be able to leave the house. And it's like leave your house. And it's like, no, look, I need to be able to walk out my front door. I have a dog that's not going to shit in the house. And I've got a barn full of goats. So, some people are really projecting that it's going to be just terrible. And it's like, that is not how I can't live like that. And I don't know how they can expect any farmer to live like that. So I feel like that's all just a bunch of BS. Although that could be certain areas, like in the cities and stuff, where it could get really nasty, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's something that we should ask. So I also in the past have gotten that not all places will be locked down, that it will be varying, remember? Because we get that back in January. So how do I want to peek into this? I'm just going to ask, as the energy stands right now, in the month that we call April, on the day that we call the 20th, in the year that we call 2023, can you show me if the energy is still projecting that we may see a worldwide lockdown that's similar to what we went through in the year that we called 2020 with the COVID lie? Can you just show us a story around will we experience a lockdown? This is stuff that you have to check in on all the time because we're creating pathways every day, right? Energy is in constant motion. And so we're creating pathways. So we create a pathway today and we seem to be moving down that pathway. But then any little thing, any little movement that we move one way or the other or make a choice or a decision can shift that pathway. And now we're creating another pathway. So energy is always in motion. You can't really you have to double check these things, especially in something like this where there's so much motion, right? So let's see what they say around lockdowns for this month. A story around will we get lockdowns for this month. It's saying we still could. It's saying we still could. Son of a bitch. Oh no, but it is saying that we've got holdups. So things are being held up. See, I got that the other night with my boyfriend, that they're experiencing some holdups. So maybe we would have already have been locked down. Yeah, okay, yeah. So they're saying it's still a possibility, you guys. Ugh, I don't want to be locked down. Okay. This does make me feel a little bit better. And not that I want to see anybody have to be locked down. I don't want to see anybody have to be locked down. But maybe if you're in a major city, it would be safer for you to be. I don't know, you know? So anyways, it is saying, because representing the question, is it possible that we would get lockdowns still in this month of April as the energy stands today? We got the Empress, but with the Empress as a yes, it's trying to let us know that it's very healing if it happens, right? But it's also saying something strange. It's saying above this that we've already experienced maybe some lockdowns in places already. And that as we move forward, other places might get it too. Does anybody know if there's been any trickery? We probably want to ask that. Geez, I don't have a lot of time either, but okay. So what I think we ought to ask, I'm going to finish reading this to you guys, obviously, but I think what we ought to ask off of these two cards is, have there been any lockdowns in any cities or any places that was done under the pretense of something else that actually had anything to do with the lockdowns that we've been hearing about? Do you know what I'm trying to say? I know that my guides do, because they know how I work. But like what I'm trying to say is, oh, we've got to lock down the city right now because there's a major fire. And so the city's locked down, or whatever, or oh, there's a gunman on the loose, or whatever the reason. Oh, there's an Amber Alert, or whatever they would use for an excuse. Lock down the city, go in, take care of business, and then boom, back out. And then meanwhile, people in the city are none the wiser that actually some secret operation just took place. That's what I'm wondering. So my guides all heard that. And I'll ask that in a minute. All right. So yes, there's a possibility, but it looks like something's already been done. And then we move forward, right? So, but it would be very healing. It's like we got to remember this is done by the good guys. And this is like big tower moments that will really create good outcomes for us. Remember, this tower, I hope that you can see this, you guys. This tower and this Empress are right diagonally across from each other, and they're feeding each other energy, right? And then here we've got this really gallant fight, this really good, passionate, gallant fight right across from this card here feeding it, okay? So then as we come up, there have been holdups. So possibly they would have been further along in this game than they are right now, but there have been holdups. There's been like trickery, witchcraft, whatever you want to call it, black hat shit going on back and forth. Black hats, blacks, and the whites doing battle back and forth like a dance. Like a, back and forth, which has created some tie-ups. And also there's been like disinformation that has been tricking probably the white hats. Something that wasn't true. So I want to ask off of that. So was the information that came out that wasn't true as they do this battle back and forth in this month of April, is this information that came out, was it meant to screw up things for the white hats? Whoops. And this wanted to fall out, so I'm going to take them both because they wanted to fall out. And when the universe throws cards out at you, you have to take them. So, look, you don't have to, but you should. It means something, right? So I asked, if this was meant to screw up the white hats. And I get the Sun card, yes. and I got meant to end whatever it was that they were doing. So now let's just ask if it did end what they were doing, or if they maneuvered and came back around and were able to make it like a successful on their end, right? So that's what I want to know there, you guys. Were they able to make it successful on their end? Yes. So even though there was information that came out that was disinformation, meant to screw up the white hats, which held them up a little bit, they were able to turn that around for their highest and greatest good. Okay? So that's good to know. Now I want to know off of this card, as you say, some of these things might have been done already in the past. I want to know, is that like, have there been some lockdowns in places throughout the world, throughout the month of April, that we wouldn't know were actually locked down for the reasons that we hear these lockdowns will happen for, that maybe a story was created around some of this stuff, and we haven't gotten the full truth around it yet. Maybe this is already happening in places. It's kind of what it looks like with this. So has it already happened in places, only under another narrative? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Yeah, fast. It happened quick. So in places, they've already gone in and done stuff. So maybe locked it down, like I said, with a story of this or that. They've already done it in places. And they moved quick. They got the job done in a hurry. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? So maybe this lockdown won't be as bad, you know, if they're picking through and doing it in different places, maybe it won't be as bad as I think. I just think back to 2020 and I get so disgusted, right? I get so disgusted. So, so there's a possibility that we're going to see more of that in the month of April. Now, I do have another question. So, and you guys, if you hear of any places, like any places around the world, islands or towns or, you know, state, you know, whatever, if you guys hear of any places that have like had to be closed down because of some catastrophe or whatever, real quick, and they've gone in and kind of closed things down for a bit and then opened back up in a hurry, because remember, I got that fast moving card. They got it done in a hurry. Let me know. Let me know if you guys know of anything. So the other thing that I was thinking was, I wonder if we're going to have any type of lockdowns in June and July. If we really are doing the Gitmo trials, I'm curious if that's really going to happen in June and July. I'm wondering if they're worried about any type of backlash from maybe any of the little minions or the pods or, you know, the cells that are out there that haven't been apprehended yet. So I'm wondering, can the universe show us a story? Will the month of June and July go over without a hitch? Easy peasy, or, you know, will we be seeing maybe some form of lockdown? I realize that's two things, and we can only ask the one thing. So I'm going to ask, during the tribunals, as we're seeing these tribunals unfold to the public, and it's being reported on in June and July, I want to know if we might have to be locked down at that time, just for safety reasons because of backlash. I just want to know, as the energy stands today, is that something that they're looking at doing with us all? No. No. According to what I'm getting, things should be finished by then, right? The universe will be bringing us in gifts. We'll be celebrating. We'll be celebrating. Okay, so no. So no. As the energy stands right now, we won't have to face a lockdown. Things will be finished by then. These black cats will be taken care of for the most part, right? We will be celebrating. We're going to be learning a lot. We're gonna be being enlightened during these trials, because we're gonna be hearing the trials. We're gonna see their signed confessions. We're gonna see their everything, and possibly, see their execution. Which I hope they do televise it. I think everybody has a right to bear witness to that. Not because I think it's great that people watch people die, but I think these people have done some terrible things, right? So I just really feel like it should be televised, and then each and every one of us individually can make the choice as to whether or not we want to view it, right? But I feel like, this is a time that really we need to be a witness to that. So then driving the whole reading, so no, we're not going to have to be locked down, because the universe is going to have, taken care of those things already. We'll have many gifts coming in at that time. And the King of Cups is set up in this reading to be like very healing. So we're going to be going through a healing process at that time. It is going to feel a little bit chaotic though. Like there's going to be a lot of different feelings around all of this. But I mean, for people like all of us, we're going to be celebrating, right? But it is what it is. So I imagine that with that 5, it's going to be easy to overcome that. So I'm sure there's just going to be a few people that in the beginning are going to be very shocked, and they're going to feel chaotic. And that's why all of us, that's why we've known, so that we can help them when that time comes, right? So did I have another question? Did I have another question? Did I ask what it would look like? Okay, so if we do have to do a mass shutdown, I mean, it's saying they've already taken care of little pods of places that things have already been kind of cleaned up in places. If we did have to do a lockdown, like in 2020, I just want a little story about the severity of that. Like how bad would it be? Like, would we really be, would it move fast, and would it be that terrible? Like, would it be that strict? I'm just kind of wondering. Heard all sorts of stories about it, but I don't believe half what I hear. So I believe there's just a lot of lies out there, and on both sides of the coin. I don't believe hardly anything. I only listen to a few people, really, because I do. So let's just look at what it would look like if we did do a shutdown. You guys, it would end quick. It would end quick. We've got these. It's not going to be that bad. I think it's only going to be in places. So again, only in places, strategies. It's being manifested. It's meant to be very healing. It will move fast. It'll move fast with this Ace of Wands. With this Empress, we might be locked down and not even know it. Secrets, right? Because you think something else is happening, right? With this King of Pentacles, like you might think, like DC's being shut down because so and so from such and such is coming in. You know what I mean? It would be secretive. It would different reasons. It's just strategies. So I think it's happening and we don't even know it. And I think it's going to continue to happen and we may not even know it. So you guys, if I know a lot of you send me stuff, so I know that you guys do a lot of digging. I do digging, but I only follow just so many people, and I mostly dig with the cards, you guys. So, you know, and my intuition. So I don't know there's a lot I don't know. I can't keep up with it all because I'm coming on here and I'm doing this, right? And I'm giving people personal readings, and I'm creating stuff from my shop, and I'm giving people distance healings, and I'm giving people, you know, Reiki healings, and I'm creating stuff and attuning stuff, and I have a dog who's really like crazy busy, and a boyfriend and a boy and a son that I make sure I spend time with every week, and you know, the barn and just stuff. So like I am like, I just can't do a lot. I can't dig all the time. So if you guys know of anything, please, please, please comment. Let me know. If you've heard of anything, let me know, because this is very interesting to me that we may be experiencing these things in secret. So like stuff happening under the guise of something else. So I'm really interested in that. I'm interested. I want to know. I want to know what you guys know. I want to know what you guys know. All right, you guys, I got to get going. I've got dinner in the oven. I've got to do barn chores and stuff, but I wanted to come on and check this. And please do know that I have made notes of you guys' questions, and I'm gonna start answering them. But I was really excited to hear that from Derek Johnson. So yeah, look up that interview. He does an interview with Nicholas Benjamin. If you get on Telegram and you follow Nicholas Benjamin, and then you just get in the search bar and you type in Derek Johnson, it should bring you right to the interview that Derek did 2 weeks ago with Nicholas, talking about being invited as part of the press in June and July to Guantanamo Bay for these tribunals, you guys. So that's why I wanted to come on. It's pretty exciting, right? Pretty exciting. All right, you guys, as per the usual, the healing intentions are set. And yeah, the healing intentions are set. So if you want it, decree it. Let's keep projecting good things and stay in that love vibration. And until next time, many, many blessings and much, much love from me to all of you. Take care.